All these positive changes that you're seeing in yourself are the physical changes, the physical aspect of it. That you're valuing yourself, you're not wasting time and energy, you're being more productive. Those are the physical things. Now, the most important energetic aspect of it is that you are able to reinvest your energy back into yourself. The positive energy that you're able to create, whether that is positive emotions, the feel good factor of you being this way now, that bliss that you're able to create, that you're able to reinvest back into you, and no one is able to snatch it away from you. That is the high point of this discussion, and I'll explain it with some examples as to how are we actually doing that. Now, energetically speaking, we are all a ball of energy. Okay? Imagine yourself as a ball of energy, a ball of life force with which we are connected to source. That same life force is used for every little task that you do, from breathing, eating, walking, thinking, and even manifesting. From accomplishing the smallest task to the biggest task, we are using the same life force. Even when you're blinking your eye, some amount of energy is getting used. Even when someone calls out your name, calls out to you saying, "Hey Tanu," and you turn around, you ask, "Hey, what's up?" and you focus on that person to understand what he wants. Each of these tasks need the same energy. Each of these tasks are using energy. Each action of yours took away some amount of energy from your body, depending on how long the interaction was, how intense the interaction was. Now, each of these interactions are chipping away at your very divine, valuable, precious energy that you're born with, that you're constantly working with, that you're constantly working to get better at. That energy is getting chipped away with these small interactions. You can imagine how many such interactions you're having every day with how many people. Now, when you're living with 5 people, imagine the number of times you're going to also have unnecessary conversations, random small talk multiple times throughout the day, which you just can't avoid because they are right there with you. That is when you'll realize that a huge chunk of energy which you had, which was required for some kind of work that you were going to do maybe, is no longer there with you now, because it got depleted throughout the day. Through the innumerous interactions that you had, it got chipped away, and finally that entire chunk is not there. Now, the opposite of it, if you don't have that many people around you, you will be able to save your energy and get a chance to reinvest the energy back into you. Your happy, peaceful, bright, star-like energy is not getting used up by other people for unnecessary nonsense. It's there for you, and you're able to reinvest it back. It is going back into you, which is a huge privilege. It is a huge luxury, because many people won't be able to do this. Even if we tell them, right, that okay, this is the case, this is so and so, and now if you want to reinvest, do this, they might want to, they might feel like, they might actually understand that, okay, yeah, this is possible, and they might actually want to do this, but they will not be able to do. They will not be able to bring solitude suddenly. They have responsibilities, they live with a family, so they cannot bring in this luxury whenever they feel like. And this is what a lot of people are unaware of, because they are not aware of the energy game, and they are not thinking from that perspective. Earlier, when people needed solitude, when they were guided to find space and time for themselves for gaining spiritual knowledge, they would have to leave home, they would have to leave town and travel, live in mountains, live in forests, and come back after many years as a different version of themselves, because they lived in large families, joint families, close-knit neighborhoods with many people, many children, and the whole concept of solitude wasn't there. And seeking that would look like something is wrong with that person at that time. But now it's easier, now it's possible, because there are smaller families, people are in nuclear, single unit families. Financially, people can afford to live by themselves without depending on anyone, without being answerable to anyone. Which is why at this point of time, if you are being pushed into solitude, where you've been stripped of everything and asked to be in isolation for some time, the universe is keeping you aloof for some time, for a little longer, by not sending anyone to you, not making the right people cross your path, then please be very, very grateful for this and use this time to do something for yourself.